Alright, we've just come up to a spot that I think looks promising. There's like a little alcove up there that I think could have something interesting in it if we can get to it. That's pretty far up.
Oh, there's someone up there.
Alright, we made it up, but looking right now, that might have been a fruitless endeavor. But it's a great view.
You going up?
Alright, well that spot didn't have any art or anything, but we ran into some other folks who had information on another site. So we'll check out the one that I know of over here before trying to find that one. There's a bunch of really faded tick marks in this little part of the alcove. And then come this way, and you've got this sort of half-sun looking drawing. But these are what's really cool, in my opinion. All these diamonds. And then this too, these are like faint diamond chains. And there's this little guy. And this one. And then these. Really hard to see, but wow. Alright, we found another spot under this boulder, which I'm really glad we found. I didn't know where this one was, but I really wanted to see it. And you can see that these are handprints. I think this one is one too. I'm not touching it, I swear. I'm not even getting super close. But yeah, like it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Oh wow. Now I'll put the de-stretch picture on it, but it's very, there's just a lot of pigment that was there. Wow. And I'm fairly certain that these were like, people painted their hands and put them on. They didn't just like paint the shape of hands. I'm so glad we found this spot. Like people are probably sitting right here.
It's really tucked away too.
Yeah, it's in a very odd spot, but it's Very cool. Okay, so this is Frankie from the future. I just wanted to touch on that moment a little bit more because I'm not always great at showing my excitement like in the moment, but I honestly never knew if I would get to find something like this in my life, like particularly a place with handprints, because that just feels so intimate. It made me feel the same way that I felt when I have gone to popular art museums and I got to see like Claude Monet paintings or Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, where you can actually see the paint strokes on the canvas. Like, it's a lot different than seeing a picture. Like, you actually see the physical brushstrokes that they made, and for some reason that just like completely changes the experience. Like, it just makes it so much more human. And so seeing these handprints had that same feeling. Obviously, I really like to find rock art sites, and most sites do invoke that feeling for me. It's just so interesting to see something that was made by someone hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, when you have no idea who that person was, and you can only imagine what their life was like, and now you get to see a part of them left on these boulders for centuries. Finding the handprints specifically, like, there's just something that is so human about it. It actually reminds me of an experience in elementary school that I had. For some reason, one year our elementary school decided to assign each class a tile of the ceiling, like, you know, those, I don't know, they're like the soft kind of foamy tiles. And we all got to paint our hand and put our handprint on that tile, which they then put back in the ceiling, like in the main lobby area of the school. And I remember thinking that was so cool as a kid, that I would get to put my handprint there and sign my name, and it would be there for who knows how long. Like, I'm pretty sure it's still there, and I was so excited to get to leave just like that little handprint of mine for who knows how long. And I imagine that's kind of the same feeling that most humans feel when they get to leave their mark on something for a really long time. So I really can't like describe how awesome it was to see these handprints. I think that's part of the reason I love the desert so much, is because it preserves these things so well and for so long. There's just like something mind-blowing about that. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and say some more on that, because I feel like in those clips I don't seem very impressed, but I was actually like over the moon that we found that spot. I knew that it existed and it was like in that broad area, but I had no idea where, and I really didn't think we were gonna find it that day. So I really was so happy that we found it. I think it's also important to mention that if you come across sites like these, don't touch them, try not to kick up a ton of dirt. Leave them how they were so that other people can experience this feeling, and also to respect the indigenous people who are still here today. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Back to the rest of the video.
In your mouth.
All right, on to this third site. Not much to see from right here. Oh, I do see a little bit though, but let's get up there. So we've got what looks like some petroglyphs along here, maybe up here. And then in the cave, a lot of it's faded, but there is a lot of rock art, like all right in here. This wall. And up to fire scars. I don't see as much on this side. Goodbye, pictograph and petroglyph cave. I was just saying how peaceful it is here. It's just very calm. We can hear some people, I think they're climbers though, like shouting down there. And Marcus sneezed and it echoed through the whole canyon. But other than that, it's very peaceful. It's also nice and cool in this cave.
Yeah.
Not that it's a hot day, but I imagine this is really nice when it's warm. We've just come across a fourth site. It's pretty small though. Just this little tiny alcove. There's some pictographs up here. I think this black is also something. I'm not entirely sure, but the red pigments definitely are. And this isn't even the one we were looking for, so it's pretty cool to find this. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to join me on future adventures.